Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here up north in Edmonton, Canada, at the Alberta Snowmobile Show. And we're kind of, actually last year we were just one spot over. We're in a new spot here, a little bigger spot. Learning the ropes, kind of how to fill it out.
Yeah, for sure.
We're lucky to have Chase here for a few hours anyways, and then he's heading, we're just kind of swapping countries here this weekend.
100%, yeah.
Chase is heading down to Beyond the Backcountry to that event that's happening. Wish we could go to both, but
I'm lucky enough to do both,
you get to go to both, yeah.
I am getting to see both Brett Turcotte's movie, hopefully here at 7 tonight, and Caleb.
Oh, that's right, because you weren't at Heydays, were you?
I wasn't, so I haven't seen that yet.
So
don't spoil it. But
I'm not going to spoil it, but there were a handful of those videos at Heydays.
Yep.
Brett's is different.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. It's
nice.
It's different. So
I'm excited.
So by the time this goes out, I mean, I think he's planning on doing a public release of that in November, I think, or so early December. Everyone will have already seen it by now, but it's fun, dude. Like a lot of thought, intentional thought went into the flow of that video. So I'm stoked to watch it again.
Me too. That's what keeps everything exciting when the fall and no one can ride. That's the stuff that keeps us, going. So I'm glad that everyone's doing this new film stuff and keeping it a secret and stuff like that. But there's a place for everything. Yeah.
So for those who don't know, know a guy or gal without their helmet on, this is Chase Masson, and he's been one of them. We'll get into this later on, but I've been super impressed with Chase because of his consistency. If you've been on YouTube and you've kind of been following kind of like the snowmobile videos and vlogs and things like that, you for sure have come across your videos, because I think in the last 12 months, if my math was right, at least before we left on like Thursday, you had published 101 videos on YouTube.
Full length ones.
Yes.
Correct? Yeah. That's quite
like
a few.
Not like the shorts or anything. These are just like full length YouTube.
You went and counted them.
I went and counted them.
Dang.
I did. I went all the way down. I found a video from a year ago and counted up.
Dang.
101.
Yeah, I went hard last year during even the fall doing the build series on my sled that's on display here, and that was kind of the start of it last year. And then I was doing every other day all season for pretty much the whole 3 months. So
yeah, we'll get into that. We've got some. I'm teeing up some good questions for Chase. Wish we would have got Chase on last year. Chase was here at our booth last year at Heydays, and the weekend kind of just slipped away, and we were like, let's make it happen this year.
You betcha. Last year was a ton of fun, though. It was a lot of fun last year being here and meeting all the new faces. So excited to come back and do it again. Glad that you have me. So awesome.
So okay, Chase. I'm a Sledder Cast watcher, listener, and somehow I don't know who you are.
Yep. Or
I don't recognize you.
Okay.
Who are you? What do you and so who are you, and like what do you do outside of snowmobiling?
Yeah, I would say I'm a snowmobiler through and through. I'm backcountry sled addict, just like it says in my Instagram bio. But during the summer, obviously, you're not sledding, but my brain's on it all year round. But my family owns 2 different businesses. So we got a directional drilling business called Terra Firma HEE, and then we have OPT Waste, which is a garbage business all around Camrose and Camrose County. So we're doing a lot of different things in the summer. It's not always just the same thing every day, but a lot of directional drilling, gas lines, fiber lines, that kind of stuff. And family based. So me and my 3 brothers and my dad, and we do it all, I guess.
Nice. Yeah. And where do you fit at in the family? Are you the oldest, middle, youngest?
I'm the oldest, so I naturally have kind of taken a lot of the responsibility in the company and stuff like that. So a lot of responsibility, but I am still able to sneak away for the winter months just because we shut down, because the ground up here freezes really hard in the wintertime, and it's just not ideal to be able to profit on what we do in the wintertime. So we just shut her down and go sledding.
So you're squeezing as much as you can out of what, 8 months of the year, approximately?
You betcha. Even before I came here this morning, I had to go. We were
That's right. You're
drilling
like,
a power line in, so got to do what you got to do.
yeah. How far away are you from Edmonton?
I'm about an hour, but the job site this morning was about an hour 45 away. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, good. People are gonna ask, what's your age?
I'm 22 years old.
22.
So, yeah, started riding when I was 12, so doing it for 10 years. Pretty solid, I guess. Not as much as most people, but yeah, mountain sledding for 12 years. I started in the mountains when I was 12. So
Yeah.
it's kind of what I counted as sledding in the prairies when I was a kid. Wasn't progressing at all, just riding around. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So Chase, you did a video. I think it was shortly after last year. My math could be wrong here, but it was basically like you put up like a spreadsheet and you went over your budget of what you spent snowmobiling.
Yeah.
Because so for those who don't know, let's just talk about last year.
Okay.
What did explain the program you ran last year? Because you were basically living in, like, you just moved out to Revy. Okay, so just give us kind of an overview of like when you went out there, how often did you come home, how long did you stay there for?
Yeah. Last year was a little different. So last year I started in a sled trailer that I had previously bought 2 years prior that I had stayed in before, but I started in the sled trailer. It was a 28-foot sled trailer that I put a wall in the middle, and I slept in the front of it. So I had a single bed, super tiny, one little tiny closet, and then the V-nose of the trailer, I set it up with a sink on the one side and then a microwave on the other, and we ran her like that. Had an air fryer making food in there. So that was the setup, and I had the sleds in the back that I was able to thaw them out, which I realized really quickly the first year you need to have that in Revelstoke because it is so humid and it just sticks to your sled and it causes issues really bad. So able to thaw them out in that. And I was like, man, I am sick of living in this tiny little box and editing. That's all I was doing was editing at night. So I was just not able to move around, felt claustrophobic. So I was like, you know what, I'll just get rid of this trailer and upgrade, and bought a 45-foot toy hauler now. And yeah, I lived in that for the rest of the season.
So how long in the season where did you live in the 28-footer?
Till Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah, Christmas. I was like on my way.
Buy yourself
back.
a little Christmas present.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to do this for the full year because I moved out earlier than I normally would.
Did you move out there purposefully earlier, or because you guys got those storms last year?
Well, that was the issue.
Those were crazy.
Caleb was out there riding like a maniac. So was Matt, and I was like, hey, I need to go like right now. We finished like a job, like it was that day the job was done, and I left right from site, hooked up my trailer and went and rode for like 5 days in a row right then, because it was just insane. Like you're saying, the storms were just hitting. And so that was like November 20th or something. So early start last year, which I start in January.
Yeah.
Because normally it doesn't snow like that, but yeah.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. That was fun to watch all the videos. So many of you guys got that stoke going early for us all.
Very early.
Down south.
I don't know when you guys first got snow, but it must have been a while.
Yeah. Last year so we're in Southeast Idaho. We're spoiled in the sense of like we can go and drive and find snow within like an hour.
Okay.
Just depends on kind of how the storm front hits. Does it hit north, like up in Dylan Park, or does it kind of go east into Driggs and
you got lots of different options,
or south into Wyoming, right? Like,
okay.
So there's a few different options. But no, we love seeing the early, because you can get deep early here.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing, right? Like
it was like 8 feet of snow, but no base. I'm talking, I could not go anywhere.
So the first time you went out last year, first ride of the year, you're pushing 8 feet?
Yeah, there was 8 feet of snow total, but I think there was like, I don't know, my track would just go down into nothing. It was like so crazy. I was getting stuck everywhere, trying to follow the best rider in the world, Caleb. So it was like such a bad, honestly, I had a terrible time just because I was stuck so much trying to go into like push into the zones that you normally can push into, but first day, bottomless snow. It was just really hard day. So, yeah.
What's it like riding with Caleb first rides of the year in that type of snow? Is he pretty cool and collective, or is he like a kid in a candy store?
He says he is. Like, he'll tell you, oh, yeah, I'm going easy on you guys today. Like, this is nothing, yada, yada, yada. Which he is. Like, we stayed in, like, a normal zone. But, like, the stuff we were doing in those normal zones is not.
Grown man stuff.
Like, I think one of his most viral clips was from my first day of riding with him. It was the cliff line where he went, like, the super skinny cliff and went through the trees. It was, like, insane. So, yeah, that's first day stuff. He's doing, like, crazy stuff that goes viral on Instagram. So, yeah.
That's awesome. So, so you move out there. You after Christmas, you upgraded trailers.
Yeah.
And then you lived in that for how long?
I stayed out there till end of March. So there's this Riley Suhan race that we normally go to, and that's kind of when I call my season. I live out in Revelstoke until that time, and then yeah, it worked out nice. I just hauled the trailer to Golden, did the race, and came home. So all season I stayed in that trailer, burnt a lot of propane, a lot of gas in the snowmobile, but it's worth it. So, and I'm glad that I was able to show it to everyone on YouTube. So
yeah. So let's get into that. I'm just going to kind of play the role here. If I want to move to Revy for the winter, at least for 2 months, because you were there for 3?
Yeah.
Like 3.5 maybe?
Yeah.
End of March, you said?
End of March.
Oh, so like 3, almost 4 months? 4 months.
I was there for a long time, but like you were saying before, I went home back and forth quite a bit because it's only a 7-hour, 8-hour drive. And like we got a cold snap, we got a drought of snow. So I just go home for a week, just no big deal, come back. And yeah, so 85 days is what I got up to.
Did you leave your trailer over there?
Yeah, it just stayed in the same spot. Snowed in crazily, so you can't really move it once it's there.
Like full hookups, or were you like out boondocking somewhere?
No, full hookups in a campsite.
Okay.
And we'll get into that when we talk about like what I want to, like what you do when you move there and how to budget, because that is the way to do it. Campsites.
Sweet. So, okay. So let's say, I want to move out there and I want to go at least, at least 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
How does a guy like me do that on a budget?
So kind of how I did it was the trailer idea, but I think you could also do it in a hotel, but
really,
a lot of guys do. That's why I'm saying that, but I don't know how
like
much
for extended stay, that period.
Yeah.
Doesn't it get expensive on just like a nightly basis?
Yeah, it's crazy, but some guys do, but I would recommend a trailer at a campsite or something like that. That's about the only way that I can think of it, unless you go with your friends, Airbnb, or you can find a house for a couple months. Good luck in Revelstoke, but you can.
Mm-hmm.
And but trailer at a campsite, it's about $1,000 to $1,500 for a month to stay in the camper. And I think it's even cheaper if you just don't do water either. Like you can just get dry camp at some of them. And then, for me, it's a little different because I don't go out and party. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do any of that. So it's pretty easy for me to save money. But if you're wanting to go there and do all that stuff, it's going to cost you. But pretty much buy as much fuel as you can from where you're from, because Revelstoke fuel is expensive and it gets up there really quick. So I bring a lot of fuel from Alberta just because it's like 40 cents cheaper. So per liter? But I guess it doesn't make sense to you Americans, but
we'll run the calculation. Yeah,
whatever,
in the background. Yeah, whatever that is.
It's a lot cheaper. So yeah, I bring some in.
Bring your own fuel.
Yep, jerry cans of fuel, and stay in my trailer and just try to cook as much food in the trailer and not eat out as much as I can. And that's kind of how I was able to do it. And try not to smash your sled up, because that is the biggest cost, is parts.
Yeah. So let's talk about like the 3 most expensive things.
Yeah.
That go into very long extended stays of snowmobiling in Revy.
Yeah.
What are those 3?
My biggest were, I think, because I did this actual calculations for 2 months, and it was $3,000 some on parts alone. So I don't
the whole time.
Yep, for 2 months.
For 2 months.
Yeah, and then I don't know if I wrote it down here, but yeah, no, I didn't. But I think fuel was like $2,500 for my truck, which is driving to the zones. Revelstoke's small, but it's not like you're still driving quite a ways to go to good areas and stuff like that. So diesel fuel was the second, and then the sled fuel was crazy. I think it was like, I think I averaged it out to like $60 a day that I rode, and it got up there. So those are the three main expenses you're going to have. Food is on the lower end for sure.
Sorry, what was the first one?
It was parts. Like,
Okay, so that could be a lot worse, or it could be a lot less if you're lucky, right?
I think I was calculating like oil and stuff like that too, but still a lot of money.
In that, you said there was like $3,000 in that.
Mm-hmm.
I know you had some issues last year with like some parts.
Yeah.
What was like your biggest expense part wise?
My track.
When the track
totally split in half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was, I think I bought that track for like $2,200 Canadian, which is on the higher side for tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get the cheaper, better track that's 2-ply and stronger for it because they were all sold out because they're a desirable track. So yeah, but
convenient.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So your total, do you have your total?
Yeah, for 2 months it was $11,000.
$11,000
Canadian.
11,000 CAD.
That was what I spent from, I think it was, I think I did this from when I went out there in November till January, end of January. I think that was my 2 months. And I actually only rode 35 days out of that. So I only rode for a month. That was a lot of money to be.
So what were you doing the other times?
So I actually wrote it down, or else I would have totally forgot. I went on a ski trip for my family, and I went back and forth to home twice during that time period.
Okay, so those days made up.
Yeah.
Took some of that out there.
Took some time out of there just because I think it got cold for a little bit there, and the snow kind of got bad. So I was like, okay, I'll just rip home quick. I think it was like for like 4 or 5 days. So
yeah. Was there anything that was really surprising on where your money was spent, that like going into it, you like didn't even, it wasn't even on your radar?
To be honest, I didn't think I was spending that much on groceries, but it adds up a little bit. But that's not really a surprising cost. And some people think that you shouldn't put that in there because you have to eat no matter where you are.
Mm-hmm.
But being a young guy that, I never really spent groceries until I moved out on my own. You eat a lot of food, a lot of food.
And it's different type of eating when you're snowmobiling every day. You're coming home, different kind of food, different type of prep. Yeah, it's not the same when you're home in your regular routine.
No, not at all. It's a lot different, and packing stuff on the mountain, it's a whole deal. So you spend some money on good snacks at the grocery store so you can pack them in your bag quick, for sure. So,
okay. So the question is, would you do it again?
Oh, 100%. I'm going to do it again.
He's going to do it again.
Till the day I die, hopefully. So, yeah.
So your plan, like the dream for you, Chase, is like, you got the family biz.
Yeah.
Keep working and growing that and make sure that stays successful so you can go and keep your winter routine alive.
The plan is to make this my business, my personal business, Elevation Films, like a business where I can pay for snowmobiles or whatever I need. I can just take it out of those funds. So,
would you say, that's kind of your game plan?
Mm-hmm.
What's kind of the model? Like if you drew the model up,
like where I want to be in a few years,
like if you drew the model up and snap, boom, and that's what happened, and that's how you consider success. What does that model look like for you?
I really, honestly, I respect what Caleb and Turcotte are doing with the clinics and stuff like that. I don't really want to do that as like my main business personally. I really want to just film everything I do, and it doesn't even have to be snowmobiling. Like I want to get to the point where I can just be a YouTuber, like full time, year round. Whatever I do, people just want to watch it because they're invested in what I do. So that's kind of what I want it to be.
So let's talk the money side of that then, right? So I want to be a YouTuber. I think every kid that's here is saying that same thing.
Yeah, for sure.
That's where they're watching. That's where they're spending their time, is on YouTube.
That's where I did.
I got 5 kids, and it's crazy how much they're watching Sea Boys. It's all on YouTube, man. It's crazy. So they see that, and like that's what they want to do. So let's talk the money behind that, though.
There's not a whole lot.
How are you
out.
going to make the money from being a YouTuber?
Yeah. So
It's in and this is coming like I don't have experience with that model, so
for sure, yeah.
I'm like more or less interested. Like, is it I gotta have views? Is it I gotta get some views and sell some merch, or like what is it?
For sure, yeah. Like YouTube, you can monetize your videos and get paid per view and watch hours. So that's kind of how I've been making some money off of YouTube. Not very good at the start, like I said. So I'll just give you a rough estimate. So like maybe you can calculate it out. But for what I've been seeing, for every 10,000 views is about roughly $100 to say $200, depending on how much watch hours were on that video.
Mm-hmm. So let's kind of so let's do some math here. Chase posts a video today.
Yeah.
And by tomorrow it goes bonkers and you have 100,000 views.
Yeah.
And you're saying, give or take, you can kind of plan on every 10,000 or so views is a couple $100.
Yeah. So that video would probably do like about $1,000, if not
like
more.
In lifetime, like kind of just like lifetime revenue on that video, or just like
1 day.
Just like 1 day. Okay. Just like 1 day,
Boom.
pop off 1,000.
Yep. 100%.
Okay.
Because I've had a video where it got like 56,000 views and it almost made like $800. So just to kind of throw that out there. Yeah.
So when you see that happen, you're like, I want to be a YouTuber.
Oh, that's
right?
what fuels it. Yeah, for
like,
sure.
Yeah. Like
you gotta do a lot of work to get up to that point though. You gotta get it. You gotta get monetized or be able to get monetized on YouTube.
Which that comes down to, is it subscriber count, 1,000 subs?
Yep.
And then watch hours, right?
100%. Yeah.
What's the watch hour number out? Do you know?
It's been changing. I heard it went down to 500, but I think it was like 5,000 or something.
5,000 watch hours.
Yeah, or something like that. It's been changing. It went down after I got monetized. That's all I know. And I was like, damn, I could have been monetized way earlier. Yeah. But whatever.
Okay, so that's one stream, right? A revenue is let's get the views.
Yeah.
And so, that's what's interesting, which when you get consistent with your YouTube and you're in the monetization side of it, and you can look at it and say, you know what, like on average I get 100,000 views. We'll just use that number because it's easy. Yeah. Like, hey, every time I go out to create a piece of content, it's worth $1,000, $1,000. And if I do that 3 times a week, there's $3,000 a week, right?
Exactly.
Like that's kind of the math that's going on in the brain, right?
Yeah.
In the head.
It's hard for me to calculate that just because like I'm more like when I'm out sledding, I'm honestly focused on like my riding side of it too, and a lot of that. But yeah, it's easy to just be like, okay, we got to go and film today. It's going to be worth about this much. You can kind of budget it sometimes too if you want to like hire a filmer or something like that. But for me, I haven't got to that point yet. Like the bigger guys that have hundreds of thousands of followers, they can for sure do that stuff. Yeah. Just because they're getting more views every time they post.
Their average view count's higher. Yeah. Yeah. So. Sure. Okay. So would Chase do it again? Yes. Is he going to do it again? Yes. Might look a little differently this year, but we'll get into it.
For sure.
What would you do differently next time? So let's just say you were going to hit repeat and kind of do a similar thing as last year.
Go back to high school and be like, okay, I want to go again type of thing? Or just last season?
Last season, yeah.
Okay. Honestly, I probably would have just bought my trailer from the start and went from there. If you're talking like living out in Revelstoke,
like just get like decent living situation
right off the
bat.
Yeah, so that I didn't have to spend a bunch of money on a new trailer type of deal. Mm-hmm. It's worth investing in like something like that if you want to move out there and do it for a long time. So I wish I would have bought something like that a little longer ago, but that little trailer did me good for the years I used it. And buy 2 snowmobiles every single year, 2 brand new ones every year. I've been doing this thing where I keep one for 2 years, but I'm like off cycle. Like I don't buy 2 brand new ones. I would just buy one. And you cannot get rid of these sleds when they're 2 years old for any money. You lose so much money on them. So I think I'm going to switch that up and start selling my sleds every season and building fresh ones every year, just because I ride them hard and they don't last too long if you ride them for 2 seasons. So, but yeah, that's kind of what I would do differently, I guess.
Okay.
Get some
I
freshies.
can get behind that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you film and record and publish a certain type of video.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if you've done like a feature film.
No,
Right?
Can you break that down for me? Because I was kind of
like what? Okay, so like a premiere.
Oh,
like
I
a
see.
premiere video.
Okay.
So tonight, later tonight, we're gonna go watch that sled in, or like Caleb does with Nate. Oh, I forgot what he calls it.
He calls
proven, right?
Proven progression or something like that.
Proven, I think. Yeah.
Proven volume 1.
Those types of videos where it's like that, where it's like it's not just a weekly type of a deal, but it's more obviously like a accumulation of content throughout the season.
Yeah, I'm not very good at that. I like to try to get stuff done quick, but in that sense, you got to have big cameras. You got to hire the filmer. You got to be dedicating time to go out and just film for the specific thing. And yeah, I haven't really got into that yet just because I've been mainly focused on growing my YouTube channel first.
Yeah.
And eventually I probably would like to do that. I'd like to get in a couple first, but yeah, I'd like to get into that kind of stuff. But vlogging on the old iPhone here is what I'm going to stick to for at least a couple more seasons, and just try to get the content out there consistently. And yeah.
So you bring up a point. Is that your camera setup right there?
100%. This is what I film on.
No other cameras?
No. My GoPro on my helmet, underneath my visor, and my phone in my hand, and all my buddies' phones around me, I guess. I always have an airdrop party at the end of the day. So that's what I'm running. No big cameras at all. So
is there a certain setting that you make everyone go into on the phone when you're recording, or
yeah, just 4K 60 is what I try to tell everyone at the start of the day.
Go 4K 60.
Just so when you get that shot of someone doing something crazy, you can slow it down and it's not all choppy through the screen. So that's kind of just what I suggest. But these new iPhones, I think they work really good. And I'm honestly really debating about getting the 17 just because it has the new 8x zoom and it looks super clear, which will help snowmobiling a ton because you're always far away.
Yeah.
So
zooming in.
Yeah, it wouldn't be blurry.
They've been getting a lot better with your zoom and the quality there. So
yeah,
it's crazy the power we have in our hands, right?
Yeah, packing a camera is hard, really hard to put in your tunnel. Like props to all the camera guys that do it because I tried it a couple times and it's a pain. But
yeah, because with the phone you can just like pull it out of your handlebar bag or whatever, and bam, you're going. With the camera, you got to stop. You got to take your gloves off. You got to take your backpack off. Sometimes you got to undo. Go dig into your tunnel bag. You got to put some lenses on. You got to. It just.
I did it,
and
one day.
then you end up shooting less because in your head it's like it's such a hassle,
And you're riding less too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I find I rode way less the day that I did that. I only did it one day, and that was the day that I did my first backflip, or I attempted my first backflip. I was filming on Stoke Mountain Adventures big camera, and I just was stopping all the time, taking my back, like you say, and it was such a hassle. So I'm sticking to my phone, and that's what I'm going with. Yeah. I tried it. I didn't like it. So, yeah.
Okay. So, like I said, 100 to 101 videos in the last 12 months you've posted to YouTube. Walk us through, and you kind of just said, like, we kind of got into this, but walk us through what it actually takes to plan, film, edit, publish.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
right from
your program, the way you do it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of just go ride as a normal day. I'm not trying to plan anything with anyone in the parking lot or anything like that. I've only done that a few times for specific videos, but I like to capture it pretty raw. I kind of just go at it as it is and just see how the day plans it, like see how the day goes. And I just try to capture it all on the iPhone, like I was talking about, and just see how she goes. But it's pretty easy. You're kind of riding, you stop, you film your buddies coming in, and then when they get stuck, you just go do something beside them, and they normally take their phone out and will film you. So it's easy that way.
If you want me to help you get unstuck, get your phone out, and I'm going to go do something cool,
I've
and then bam, there we go. That's the trade-off.
Yep. And so normally when someone gets stuck, I don't usually go help them right away. I kind of go do some things, and then because that's how I get my clips too. I find myself filming a lot, but also trying to get as many clips as I can. So we'll go out, film the day like that, have some fun. When I come back, and lots of guys are always like, "Oh, let's go for supper. Let's do this," because I understand it's their holiday, and for me, it's not like that. I go straight back to my camper. If I can cook a quick meal, I'll do so, and I really try to do that because that saves a lot of money. If not, I'll stop on the way and just get something quick. If we had a late one, like we're getting off the mountain at like 7, I'll definitely have to just get some fast food, and then as soon as I get into my trailer, download all the clips onto my computer or start plugging it in, getting all of my SD cards set, airdrop my stuff, and then I'll go cook some food and then straight to editing, like all night usually until the video's done. And the worst part is when the video's done, then you got to do the thumbnail and all this extra stuff. So that's like what I actually do not like about it.
That's what people don't realize is like once you get something ready to publish, but there's still like so much more work, if you actually want to do it right,
to get people to click on it.
You do all this work
that's going to stand
it's like
out.
If you don't do anything, seriously, it is about tricking someone into clicking
100%.
And I say tricking loosely because like you got to back it up with good content, but like you do have to you're competing against so much.
100%. You got to make something flashy on the screen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then you just kind of, I've spent a lot of nights up late, super late, like 2, 3 in the morning, and then go riding the next day just because you get behind sometimes. Like even though I was doing it every other day and not every day I have no idea how Muskoka Freerider did it. Like that is insane.
That was insane.
Props to that guy because that is outrageous.
When he was on that program, you can. I mean, every other day versus every day, dude. I remember we did a podcast with him the season after. I think it was the last season he went every day.
Yeah,
we did a podcast with him after that.
Yeah.
And he was going through his regimen, and I'm just like, dude, this is gnarly, man.
Yeah, it gets to be too much after a while. I did it for 11 days at the start of the last season, and I was like, okay, yep, I am losing sleep like drastically, falling asleep on the couch type of deal. And I was just like, I'm starting to ride terrible because of it.
Yeah.
So then I was like, hey, I'm just gonna do every other day. And honestly, I found that my videos would go for 2 days. So like views would consistently go up for 2 days. So then I was like, hey, we'll just do 2 days.
Yeah.
Why not? And then it seemed to work out pretty good. So yeah. And shorts is another thing that is such a time consumer. I try to post at least 2 to 3 shorts per day, every single day. I've been doing it for, I don't know, since August, I think now already. And yeah, it's a whole nother thing too. So, but that's a really important part about being a YouTuber, I've found at least. So
being versatile with your content.
Yep.
Getting the long versions and then getting those verticals in there.
Yeah, shorten it up. People's attention span is very short now, so if you can grab their attention in a little short, maybe they'll click on the related video below and watch the whole video. So
get them sucked in.
Yeah, 100%.
So Chase, you had to have known a lot of people. That's why you moved out to Revy, right? You had all these friends, and they're just waiting for you to show up.
Yeah,
so you can
definitely.
Is that how it went?
No, not at all. So the story on that was I graduated high school. Then through the summer, all I was doing was working as hard as I could to save up some money. Try not to do I don't think I really did anything that summer besides work. And then when that winter came, I bought just I think it was a twin. Yeah, I bought my twin pipe Polaris from a guy that was a Polaris ambassador and stuff like that, and moved out to Revelstoke all by myself with a mod sled, you could call it. It had a high compression head on it, and it was just like, it did not run the best. Like, it wasn't a good sled to go out there by yourself on, and I'll get into that. But so yeah, I went out there and all by myself. My dad rode with me for 4 days, I think, and then he left me there. And I stayed in the Peaks Lodge. So the first year I stayed in a hotel, and it was very expensive, but I don't think I could have stayed in a trailer the first year. It was such a learning experience. And just go drive up the Boulder cabin. I was able to leave right from Peaks Lodge, so I didn't have to load up my truck or anything. and drive up to the cabin all by myself and sit in the cabin, and I'd kind of watch some certain people and just be like, oh, these people look okay. Or, well, those guys, yeah, I don't really want to ride with them. They look like, and then so I just kind of picked the best people I felt comfortable with and just ask them like, hey, I'm alone today. Can I ride with you type of thing? And majority of them would say yes. Some did say no, unfortunately. And then, yeah, go rip with them. And majority of the time my sled would either be fouling plugs like crazy or break down and they'd have to tow me out the first year. But I made a ton of new friends that way, so it didn't seem to hurt me too bad. And some of them I'm still good friends with and ride with them all the time. And honestly, some of them I have never seen again somehow. Yeah. So I'm not sure if they ever ride in Revelstoke again or if they're listening to this and they know me still or not. But yeah, some new friends were made and some I just never stayed in contact with. So
that's crazy you say you made some new friends, because I'm just trying to think like, okay, you bring some stranger boy comes walking up, hey, can I ride with you? And then breaks down, and then you got to go tow him out. Yeah. I think most people would be like, that's the last time I'm picking up a hitchhiker or on the road, right? Like,
or any young kid with a modded out sled is what they're probably thinking. You must have done a lot
of ski poles, man, to earn that one.
Yeah, 100%. It was interesting, and then trying to convince them to ride the next day was even harder. But yeah, we finally figured out the problem with that sled probably 2 months into riding, so in middle of February. But yeah, I was literally just repeat that every single day. And I started filming a little bit of YouTube then, but I wasn't really into it a whole lot. I wasn't consistent at all. Like once, I think I maybe did 4 or 5 videos in a month, so not even close to what I do now. But yeah, that was kind of the gist of how that went. No friends. So if you want to do that, that's what I suggest. Trying to just go and meet new people at the cabin. Everyone's pretty friendly. Like, I think a few people said no, but like not too much. Like, it wasn't like a hard no. It was just kind of, we're gonna go to a crazy zone. You can't follow us type deal. So I understood, and I didn't want to push much anyways.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to get down into a hole that I couldn't get out of. So yeah, that's kind of how that went. Pretty fun though.
That's crazy. You're so young. Like, gotta have some cojones to go up and ask people to.
Yeah. Thinking back on it, I think it's crazy too, to be honest. Yeah. Like, I'm like, damn, I can't believe I was doing that, like, alone. Because I look at some of my younger brothers and I'm like, dang, I can't see them doing that type of thing. But I don't know, being the oldest with a lot of responsibility growing up on the farm, it might have helped with that a little bit. So
yeah. Was there anyone specific that you can look back kind of on, like, during that time that really helped you network, 100%. Kind of took you under their wings? And
yeah, 100%. So the first year I did a proven progression clinic, which I don't know if it was Caleb's second year or third year doing clinics. I'm not 100% sure, but it was early on in his business. It has changed so much from now and from then. It was the first year he got the bunkhouse made. So that's when I went down there. And that was like the turning point of everything. Mentally, just riding, technique, everything. I went down there. And after that, I was like, yep, I am becoming a snowmobile YouTuber. And this is what I'm going to do. Because he met, like, I don't know even what it actually, like, the sole focus of it was, but it just changed my whole dynamic. I was like, yep, this is what I want to do. It must have been just seeing how, like, good he was at riding, he was at filming, and just kind of how he talked about everything together. The whole experience changed what I was going to do. Like, literally pointed me in the right direction, and I set sail from there. So yeah, it was an awesome experience for sure.
So proven progression kicked it off for you.
100%. Yeah.
And that was 3 years ago?
Yeah. It'd be 4 now, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's cool. Was there, as you're learning, I mean, you said you had a few people like graciously say no to you, but was being so young and like not having like a huge network, you don't have a lot that you're pulling from, was there, like, you have a specific moment that was like the most embarrassing experience that you've ever had, right? I'm talking like kindergarten, You're sitting on the ground,
Yeah.
tile floor, you pee your pants. Everyone knows it's you. That may or may not have happened to one of us here
Yeah.
on this couch.
There's a couple.
But like, do you have any moments like that?
There's a couple moments. Yeah. So I can think of 2 moments. So this was my first year when these happened. One was I went up to the cabin. No one was there. So I was waiting for like 30 minutes. And I was like, okay.
You're just like sitting in there, just kind of hanging?
Yep, just on the porch, waiting for a sled to come up. No one's coming, type of deal. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just start my sled up and go up to the Alpine quick. I don't know if you've ever rolled Boulder, but the Alpine's probably it's maybe like a 2-minute little rip up a trail, groom trail. So I go up to the Alpine, and there's like one group, but they're heading down. And I'm like, well, dang, I rode all the way up here. I might as well just play where I can see the groom trail. Because I know my mom would kill me if I went off and did something stupid where no one could see me and drive by. So I was like, okay, going to stay by the groom trail. Sure enough, I hit a little jump. Sled lands weird, apparently. My back axle snaps on my sled. My track pierces through on the rails. So wrecked my back axle, my track, and my quick drive on my sled. And I was stuck there alone. And there was no sleds going by somehow to tow me down. And I was scared of asking someone to tow me down, because that's a huge deal to put a sled on the back of your tunnel because your track won't move, type of deal. And unfortunately, I had to call Revive Power Sports, who helped me out that whole season a lot. And he had to come up, drive a sled up there, and tow me down. So super embarrassing moment. He didn't know why I was up there by myself, type of deal, and all that. So that was one of those times where I was like, yeah, I'm a stupid young kid. I'm sorry. What can I say? Type of deal. And then, the other time I kind of my throttle cable stuck when I was riding with 2 random guys that are actually now I ride with him like probably the most. But my throttle cable stuck, and I launched me into a tree, and the tree buried me almost completely. My head was barely sticking out, and they had to come dig me out. And I was just, I don't know why, but I was just embarrassed of that whole situation. It was actually really scary too, but very embarrassing at the same time.
It's a good thing you got people with you on that one.
Yeah. Right? And I didn't know them. So when it happened, I was like, oh my gosh, are these guys going to come back? Are they not? I don't know.
Yeah.
You never know. You don't know them good enough to know if they're going to look for the random kid they picked up at the cabin 10 minutes ago. Because it was that quick. It was right off the bat, of course. So, yeah, that's how that went.
So fast forward to today's time.
Yeah.
You still heading up to the Boulder cabin and just chilling and waiting for some people to ride with? Or
no.
has time changed a few things?
Yeah, time's definitely changed a lot of things. And now it's everyone wants to ride with me majority of the time, and you can't always ride it with everyone type of deal. But yeah, I made a few too many friends, I guess. Well, I don't know.
Posted a few too many videos. That's the thing.
Yeah,
right?
Apparently
100 videos in 12 months might do that.
Yeah, but no, I enjoy it with everyone that I ride with, and I try to. I don't actually have a main group. I know Muskoka Freerider, he has his main core group that he rides with, being that his main core group is pretty big. But I honestly don't really have that. I ride with so many different people all season long, and yeah, that's kind of my thing, I guess. I just ride with anyone. I don't really care.
That's good.
But yeah.
So we kind of talked about this question a little bit before we sat down and hit the record button.
Yeah.
I labeled it Secrets of Revy, and you're the guy who sat on the porch and waited for people, the observation.
Yeah.
Okay. The amount of time that you've observed the scenario and the situation in snowmobiling is probably pretty high from what you just have told us. Being up there and riding with so many different people, do you have any cool behind the scenes type of experiences where you're kind of there, but you got to witness some cool stuff behind the scenes that maybe most people didn't get to see? They just kind of saw the end result.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, one that sticks out was Keaton Roper, Keater Balls on Instagram. He's a Lynx guy, and he we kind of went up as a group, and I didn't even know that this was happening this day. Actually, we were just going to ride. It was going to be the last powder of the season. It was getting warm that week, end of March, and it was just snowed like 3 feet overnight. So we get up there and we're like ripping the zone like it's so fast. Like I didn't even know we were at the like jump when we got there. We were going to a huge jump that had been built in the last few days, and they wanted to get there apparently, but they didn't tell anyone. And so we rip in there. We get to the jump. It's cloudy.
How many people? Like just rough estimate.
I think there was 5 of us.
5 of you guys. Okay.
Yeah, and I had just didn't even know what was going on. So, but yeah, 5 of us. We rip into the zone, cloudy out, and then all of a sudden the sun starts poking. So they must have like looked at the forecast or something crazy.
It had everything dialed.
Yeah,
up.
they did actually. Thinking back on it, and I was just like, oh yeah, we're filming another YouTube video today, whatever kind of deal. And then yeah, the sun pokes, and it was a little windy, but Keeter was looking at this jump. I can't really say the name because I'll probably get in trouble, but yeah. He's looking at this huge jump that Caleb had just hit like a week earlier. Is the big famous one that Caleb hit. Went 222 feet.
Like he went to the moon and back on that one?
Yep, yeah, 220 feet. I have no idea how high it was, but it was very high. And yeah, so we're setting up on this thing. The in-run's super icy. Like he's like, I don't know if he was nervous. He probably was very nervous, but the in-run was super like icy just because it had froze. And yeah, he's packing it, trying to shaping it out, and then we're just like waiting for the wind, which in this moment I'm still confused. I'm like, so are we gonna ride or are we just sitting here? Not too sure what was going on. But
just happy to be there.
Yeah, I was filming. I was like, okay, if this guy's gonna hit this jump, I will wait here until he hits this jump because this thing's gonna be insane. Because I had just seen Caleb hit it. So then yeah, we were just waiting there, and yeah, he out of nowhere, the sun just totally came out of everywhere, and it was like he needed to go like right now type of deal. So
this is going down,
dude. Like it was quick too. Like I didn't think that it would be like that quick hitting that big of a jump. But like Keeter just fired up his sled. Yep, hitting it. Like went back. I think I don't even remember if he did a test run or not. He might have, but I'm not actually too sure. And just to the moon. Like I have never seen a sled that high up in the sky. Like I'm talking like if we're in this building, I know you guys can't see this, but like he was in the rafters up there.
Gosh.
Like way up, and just seemed like he was falling forever. And yeah, like it was the most craziest thing I've seen. And we had to keep it kind of on the down low just because he wanted to put it in his edit for the Backwoods Heydays Power Hour, and he won it. So good thing. But yeah, another thing that I posted my vlog from that day like a week or two before Heydays, and he was like, "Oh wait, you should take that down. I'm kind of just saving that." But I forgot that he told me that in the spring, so I kind of posted it early on him. But it was up for like 8 hours, and then I just took it down for him. So, but yeah, glad to do that for him since he won the $10,000 or whatever. So yeah, no problem there. But yeah, super cool experience. Well, yeah. I was thinking about hitting it too, but I was like, on the stock, on my sled, I have stock suspension, and my free ride is my jumping sled.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't think I can do it. If I land weird, it would just be catastrophic. So, but yeah, super cool. Maybe one day I'll hit that jump, but super cool story.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So were you able to post your vlog back up?
Yeah.
After Heydays?
I posted it 2 weekends ago or something like that. It's called, I think it's just like insanely huge snowmobile jump or something. He goes insanely huge, which yeah, I kind of based it around that jump just because like why not? But yeah, we also did some cool tree riding and stuff that day too. But cool.
That's fun. A little poke at Turcotte. He's been hanging around here. You were telling me kind of a little funny instance there.
Story.
Yeah.
So yeah, another thing I guess I was going to say about the secret, I guess, but this is kind of just one that I thought I'd share on here just because he's one of your athletes too. But I didn't ride with Turcotte first, actually. I rode with his wife, Nikki, before I ever rode with Brett. So kind of weird. I don't know if other people have done that, but it was like a super weird experience. I was the kid in the cabin, 18 years old. sitting in the cabin. No one was coming
just
by.
looking at people. Okay, who can I go ask?
At this point, I had stopped looking because I was just like, it's been so long. I'm just going to start the fire and kind of hang out till someone comes in type of deal. And sure enough, Cass comes in. I think she's one of your athletes as well, potentially. Yeah, so Cass comes in, the snow biker, and she had rode with me the same type of thing. I was the only one up there like a couple weeks earlier. And yeah, she was just with 3 girls. And she's like, you want to come ride with the girls and hang out type of thing? I was like, sure, I'll come. And yeah, we had a wicked day. And the girls actually did some jumping too that day. Nikki did a cliff drop on Brett's sled. So it was pretty cool. At the end of the day, I got tagged in the story, and Brett sent me a little message. He's like, "Oh, thanks for teaching Nikki all this stuff." Even though I literally did nothing, all I did was film it. But yeah, it was kind of cool. So it was a cool experience.
That's what's like.
Yeah,
we don't get that down really in this like where we ride.
Yeah,
like it just seems like it's almost like Hollywood up there. Like Hollywood
It
in
is,
the
man.
like backcountry Hollywood. You go up there and it's just like.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Cass was there, and Nikki, and and Keaton, and like
Meanwhile,
all Muskoka pulls it. Like it's just like crazy how many different people you can see.
You go to the Boulder parking lot on any day, really, you'll probably see someone there. Like seriously, if we're not riding at the different zones. But yeah, on a good weekend or during the week,
Smells good.
Yeah, everyone's going to the same spot. So yeah, majority of the time.
Well, what's the plan this year? Because I don't know if have you let the cat out of the bag? Like,
not
publicly,
really, no.
really?
No,
So
I don't know. I don't know why I haven't, but
what's going on, big fella? What you got cooking?
Yeah, we're going to.
I mean, by the time this is by the time this goes out, this is old news.
100%.
Right?
I'll be there. I'll be slaving away already.
Yeah.
At Proven Regression. So that's where I'll be. I'm there right now, working on all the rental sleds, and yeah, being the tail guide for Caleb. So it's a cool experience. I'm really excited, also very nervous, but if you can't pass that opportunity up when you're given something like that. So
yeah. When are you going down? When does it start?
It starts right after Christmas. That's our first clinic is the 27th. So yeah, I'll be there. Who knows? I have no idea how it's going to work right now, but I'm just excited to have the opportunity to work with the best rider in the world and hopefully learn a lot from him. So
yeah,
super excited. So yeah, that's kind of the gist.
This is so Levi Green. Is this kind of a similar role that Levi played, or
Yep?
Because I don't think Levi's going this season, right?
Levi isn't working there anymore, and I guess I'll be doing kind of what he was doing. I think Caleb's going to switch it up a little bit, but pretty similar, I think, by the sounds of it. So yeah, I think Levi became an insurance salesman now. So
yeah, we were just with Levi last weekend.
Yeah, he's doing that. So I guess
he's still riding. He's putting on Tater Days. He's helping out with kind of a cool outdoor. I mean, by the time this goes live once again, this already happened. But yeah, he's working on that and doing insurance and still gonna ride.
Awesome. And he's super good for the industry too. Just all the avalanche knowledge he has and everything. Hopefully I'll be able to learn just as much as him doing this through the process too. So
yeah. Will you keep your vlogs up? Like, is that kind of part of the deal where it's like, hey, we still want you you got these responsibilities, so we also want you to like keep the content flowing too? Or
well, you know how Chris Brandt had Roscoe on? Mm-hmm. I don't know if you watched his vlogs back in the day, but I remember really enjoying those. So maybe something like that where it's kind of like funny vlog style, keep it loose type of thing. But I want to try to post as much as I can. Yeah. So as much as I can. If I can't do 2 days a week, I'm probably gonna try to film every time I ride and hire an editor or something like that just to keep it going, because I don't want to let it go after I work this hard to get to where I am. So
heck yeah.
And hopefully it helps me out. It should, because Caleb obviously has a bigger platform than me, so hopefully it will help me along the way.
That's the smart thing, man. Like you put in the work, and then because you're helping him out and you're in that network now, like it's going to get like the visibility just exponentially increases because of the proximity of who you're around now.
Yeah.
Like
I'm excited. Yeah. Hopefully it helps me out a lot.
Yeah.
And hopefully I can help him do what he needs to do and accomplish
For
needs
sure.
to be done at the same time. So excited. Yeah.
Well, good luck.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be fun to see the change of scenery.
Yeah.
From
I'll be a little closer to you guys. So
a little bit.
not too close, but closer.
For sure closer.
Yes.
Still a little ways away.
Yeah. I don't know how long the drive that is, but yeah, maybe if I get a little time off, we can sneak away. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Rapid fire for old Chase. What do we got for you, bud? Did you study these ones? Study these questions?
A little bit. The one I was so stumped on for a long time, so I had to think of something. But yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hit them. Let's go.
Biggest, what the heck am I doing moment from last season?
When I was doing the backflip. Going into that, I left it in the vlog. I had to talk myself into doing this backflip for quite some time. And once I decided to do it, it was like, I have no idea what, like, I literally was in the in run. I was like, what am I doing right now? Like, I literally said that.
Why am I doing this?
Yeah. So, and yeah, after a couple tries, I had to keep going. And I was just like, oh, I don't know if I really want to actually do this or not. But I was like, it's been on the goal list. It's on the goal list. It was 10K and do a backflip. So I was like, I'm going to do it. So that was the big, what the heck are you doing moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I think a lot of us could reason with that
For sure.
response. So so we used to ask this question to every guest. We don't do it as much anymore, but you get a brand new sled and you've got 3 mods and you only get 3 mods that you can make to it. Wraps don't count.
Mm-hmm.
What would be those 3 upgrades, modifications that you would make?
I would do.
And what machine would it be on?
This would be on a 2026 Polaris Boost, the one that I got coming in and that I'm riding right now. The first 3 would be air intakes from Whiskey Throttle Power Sports, the Fire and Ice ones. I would do bumpers, backwoods bumpers, because I wrecked, I think, 2 bumpers last year on that sled. And then I would do, it's kind of the same thing, but Rock Speed FX products.
Mm-hmm.
Tunnel grips are a must and handlebars are a must. So probably handlebars. So yeah, I'll have a wrap on there anyways with some or some tunnel grips or something like that.
Yeah, what are you gonna go with, dude? Your snowmobile is super. We got your snowmobile in the Sledders game, dude. Like because you've posted like so much content.
Yeah,
like just that colorway, that blue and orange, is it's recognizable.
I did it for the Oilers up here, and they almost won the Stanley Cup. So
yeah,
yeah.
Florida Panthers got them, didn't they?
Yeah, they
right?
did. Yeah. Almost worked. I was hoping it worked.
You almost tricked it. Yeah, got the trick to work.
But yeah, no, for sure. That being in the Sledders game is super cool. All my brothers are playing it on the Xbox downstairs all the time, sending me videos. So
yeah,
it's cool.
What's cool about the Sledders game now? They just did an update, and now they have a wrap customizer inside the garage.
Really?
So before we had like our list of wraps that you could
pick from,
skins, right? You could like put on your machine, and you just got those ones. Well, now you could like, pull up the W gauge wrap or whatever wrap we have in there, and just like our website,
and
you can pick the colors and customize them that way. Yeah,
that is sick.
Yeah, we've been working, asking for them to make that modification in the garage, and they knew that was like a cool thing to add too. So
for sure.
they finally got it in there. So it's cool.
Yeah, that is definitely a huge step. Yeah. Sick.
What's one thing most of us don't know about you?
I mean,
like this is probably,
I don't even know if you know this right now, but I actually got LASIK eye surgery just like literally 2.5 weeks ago. So I've been with glasses my whole life, and I just got
right.
Yeah. So
how's that going?
It's awesome. I can see so much better now. So yeah, and it's for snowmobiling. That's exactly why I did it, just because I was sick of the contacts and everything. So if you have glasses right now, 100% recommend that surgery.
Yeah.
The technology is crazy nowadays. It takes 30 seconds to do one eye. It's fast. So yeah.
Really?
Yep. It's crazy. I didn't believe it either until I went in there. So
post surgery, like pretty quick.
One day, and the eyes were pretty much fine. About 4 days to see like perfect for me. Yeah. I think it's different with everyone, but yeah, pretty quick. So
good.
Yeah. But I also like hunting too. That's another thing that maybe some people don't know.
You don't post much about your hunting escapades.
No, just like when I shoot a big one, I'll put a little story on my Instagram. That's about all.
Yeah.
Try to keep it low key. I don't know.
Sure.
But I do enjoy it.
Who's the most talented rider you rode with last year? And I'm going to put a spin on this, so this might be a little harder.
Okay.
But not as known.
As known.
Yeah, like because if you rode with like.
I've rode with,
there's probably
Brett.
a couple people who you're like, it'd be kind of obvious,
Yeah.
But like maybe like some not as known.
Okay. Well, you put a spin on that one. I thought this question was going to be
like,
easy.
Ooh, this is an easy one. Yeah, I put a little spin on you.
Ooh. Oh. I think he doesn't go out much, but my buddy Trey Saunders is a freaking animal, and he doesn't care about the Instagrams, nothing, and he sends it. So
yeah,
I'd have to give him
there's
props.
a few of those types like all over.
Oh yeah, 100%. So yeah, definitely him for sure. And he's like the main
shout out. You said Trace
Saunders.
Yeah, we'll tag him, but he won't ever see it.
No,
really,
he won't
even know. He won't even know we're talking about him right
100 followers on Instagram, but dude rips.
Love it.
Awesome.
Okay, last one.
Yep.
Chase, what's the biggest surprise waiting for Caleb this season that he doesn't know he's getting himself into with you?
Well, he's going to be really shocked at how long it takes me to change one of those tracks out at the start. I am not the quickest at doing the wrenching. I don't know what he's thinking, but he is going to be very surprised at how, and it's not for the better, for how bad I am at doing that stuff. But maybe I can make up for it at how good I am at getting people unstuck and stuff like that, because I figured that out through my, 60 to 80 days on the snow per season. I can get myself unstuck really quick. So catch 22, I guess.
Catch 22. There we go.
Yeah, you betcha.
Okay, well, Chase, I said we were going to be 43. I said 43 minutes on the dot, and we are 21 minutes past that.
Damn.
But we didn't start right on time, so no. I don't know how long we did, but
perfect.
But
Elevation Films, Chase Masson.
Yeah. So where can we go? We know. YouTube is Elevation Films. That's the brand there.
You betcha.
Go give a little sub there.
You betcha. And then Instagram is just at Chase Masson. So yeah, I'm gonna start trying to do TikTok this year too. But that's C_Masson89 on TikTok. But
okay.
We don't get paid up in Canada for TikTok, so it's not really a big priority for me. But
I didn't know that.
Yeah. No bueno. I wish.
Jeez.
It'd be easy to make some cash on there. But
so I hear. Anyways, okay. All right. We'll go give Chase a follow.
Awesome.
Click the subs on there. Appreciate you guys for tuning in to another Sledder Cast podcast episode. We love doing these. We're not a podcast company. We do custom power sport graphics.
Yeah.
But this is something that is important to us.
Yeah.
Gets us, allows us time to sit down with some of our friends and have some conversations that you just doesn't get to really have.
For sure.
In a way that we can spin it up and make it valuable for others. So that's the goal. So
and hopefully you get someone to interview you one day, because I wanted to ask you a couple questions, but we didn't get it. So you need to get interviewed on how
what do you got? What do you got?
I just wanted to know how...
Okay, so it's a joke. It's like,
okay.
We'll fast forward. We'll cut this back in.
I wanted...
Because you said, hey, I wanted to ask you a couple questions.
I did, because I think it's super crazy on how you can run you got a couple businesses, do you not? Like you have Deviating, Trail, I'm not too sure on what other ones, but Sledder Box.
Mm-hmm.
You got all these companies, and this guy is editing podcasts for you guys. I think it's absurd that you can find the time to do this and consistently with not just 1 or 2, 3 podcasts like the guys like us are doing. You've been doing it for a couple of years now. So yeah.
So it'd be tough if we were trying to play in like multiple categories, right? Like let's say like a dog treat business, and then insurance, and then snowmobiling. That would be pretty hard, I think.
Okay.
For someone to do. We've kind of been like, hey, our focus is like the power sport and the snowmobile industry, and can we add more value outside of just some sick graphics?
Okay.
right?
So you're looking at it a little different way. So
And it's like, okay, we've got this audience, we've got these snowmobilers, and if we can provide value to them in other ways, then let's do it. It's not. It does take more time
for sure,
but it's not like we have to go relearn the system, relearn the program.
So like day to day week, what are you doing this on your weekends? Or are you doing it during work hours?
Yeah, that's a great question. So me personally, my role at DV and Inc. is marketing, sales, partnerships, sponsorships.
Okay.
On that side, I don't handle any of the production side of things.
Okay.
When we're in Sledder Cast season, so we start in October and we go till like the end of April.
Quite some time.
So it's quite some time, but we publish every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So that usually gets us about 15 or 16 episodes. Yeah. So I usually try like to get ahead.
As we all do, yeah.
As we all do, right? So like right now we're banking on we're sitting on like eight episodes that we haven't published yet, but have been recorded.
Yep.
And so, yeah, every 2 weeks we, I guess when I say we, I mean me.
Yep. I was gonna say, yeah.
I mean, I set the cameras up. And sometimes it records, sometimes it doesn't. Most of the time we catch it in time.
Yeah.
And so. Yeah, every other week, there's about a week where it's kind of like the first couple days because we publish on Wednesdays.
Okay.
So I like to make sure that by Monday we're like rocking and rolling.
I see.
When I go like tonight, probably when I get back to the hotel, I'll take the audio and video and mash that together and then export that.
Really?
So I have a full version of this.
Yep. But not
saved.
Chopped. Yeah.
Saved.
And does that doesn't take too long?
It doesn't take long at all.
Just quick. But
yeah, it takes longer to export the file almost.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's kind of an easy thing, but it's like you said, it's the if we just took the full video and just posted it to YouTube and that was it, it'd be easy.
For sure.
Easy.
It's not like that.
But you want to get some reels in, you want to get, the thumbnails and you want to get some stories and like there's just all these different things that you want to do.
Yeah. And it's hard.
It's hard, yeah. So we try our best.
And you're doing it during work hours then, I'm assuming.
No. I mean, yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, when you own a business, like where's the draw? Like when's work stop? Like catch 22 again right there. So yeah, it could be at 2 a.m. if I was just busy doing other stuff. It could be at 9 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're always working, of course. I kind of figured that was going to be the answer with owning so many businesses and doing this. He's going to be doing it late at night or whenever he can do it. So awesome. That's kind of what I wanted to know. So cool.
There you go. Okay. That's it. That's the end. We're done.
Peace out.
We're done. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to get back to the show.
Have fun in the snow this season, boys. See ya.